Okay, cool. Good. Great. Lovely. Thank you. So, as you seem to say before, and I do mean this, thank you for doing this, because it gives people a chance to see how things work. You know what I mean? And you get comfortable with it. Okay? Good to do it. Now, tell me a little bit, just so there's a little bit of history for the camera and everything else. You told me briefly out there that you've been attacked, and you had some brain damage from this attack. Okay, can you tell me a little bit about how it's affected you? Not so much the attack. I mean, I realise that you got beaten up outside and all of that. There was great violence, and this is a horrible thing. But what is the effect upon you?
It was initially I wasn't able to control the emotions and stuff like that. So I was on manic if I was in a happy mood, and I was very angry if I was angry.
So you'd swing between a manic mood and an angry mood.
Yeah,
you wouldn't.
Any emotion was maxed out.
So your emotions were maxed out. Okay. Yeah. What have you been told by the medical community about that?
Not a great deal, actually.
Have you
just
not?
turn around and say it's one of those things that go along with it, and it's one of those things you learn to deal with, which
Cope.
I have. Yeah.
Cope. Well, that's not such a bad idea. At least it says you can cope. I'm going to say to you that you can completely recover, which is very dramatic, isn't it, to say that?
Yeah.
But you've been learning and hearing things that have shown actual fact of people repairing their brains, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there's anything wrong with you, okay? What's wrong with you is that you got badly beaten up and it damaged certain centers or rearranged certain centers. That's what I'm suggesting, okay? I'm suggesting when you do these skills that you're learning here, you can make new neural connections that will help to rebalance that and begin to fire those more. You know, we were watching that video about the bridge going across the chasm.
Yeah.
And you do these things, Rogan, and I'm always, I can't guarantee anything, but I can pretty much guarantee that you'll get your balance back, your emotional balance back. Did you have these highs and lows before the accident?
No, I was
pretty steady guy, doing the job, ran pubs, could do everything.
Yeah,
pretty balanced.
Never got really stressed about stuff.
No, okay, so you're pretty easy going. So you can have that again, right? That's what I'm here to tell you, okay? You can have that again because you had it in the past. And your brain knows how to do this because the brain is actually quite plastic. By that I mean it can pick up things if it's been damaged in certain areas, okay? Yeah. And you can read about that and understand it. So we want to try and help you get past having to cope and more to just not having it. There always might be some coping, because that's life.
Yeah.
You know, if you have, particularly when you've had violence done to you, you know, all these kind of things, then there's certain times that it takes to sort of heal, you know? Yeah. How long ago did this stuff happen to you?
6 years.
So 6 years ago that this attack happened. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. But with this, I think you can find that you can begin to. I'll even use the word cope better, and move from cope into healing. But I differentiate that. See, coping means you still got it, but you know how to handle it. Healing means you haven't got it anymore. Mm-hmm. So as you do these kind of things that I'm going to teach you, that we're going to do together, and that you're learning here now. You feel comfortable here now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
a little bit nervous.
A little bit nervous. We got the camera on, and okay, that's natural enough. You know, that's natural enough. But you're comfortable going into a relaxed state, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's easy for you. Like, I'm seeing you here.
Now it is. I am.
Now it is, exactly. Well, that's the good news, because you can go just as what you said. Now it is, because it wasn't before. No. Now it is, which means what was before is history, and now you can start having your now moment and future. Mm. Do you get the idea? Yeah. By learning to do these things, okay, so taking it in that kind of way. Can you give me an example of when you notice that you're either getting, let's just go to the manic side, you know, you're getting, because it's just, would I be right to describe it as emotional seesaw?
Yeah, I mean, well, basically when you're having a laugh and a carry on, it goes to the extreme and stuff like that. I mean, I've managed to chill myself down and stuff like that now.
Right, good.
But it used to be a case of, like, if I was having a laugh, then I was running around as if I was, you know, totally out of it.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of manic, phasing sort of stuff. Okay.
And then if I was a little bit angry about something, then I was just
furious
and
punching
walls, you know.
Yeah, completely extremes.
Yeah.
Completely.
And if I was down, then that was it. I can't get out of bed. Life is too hard.
Okay.
So it was extremes on everything.
Extremes on everything. Okay. People I've helped before with these kinds of extremes of emotion. Can we just call them extremes of emotion rather than trying to medicalize this? Okay. So with the extremes of emotion, now, I don't know whether you have to, again, you've heard me say this before, so do correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not your experience, just let me know.
Sure, yeah.
Don't just agree with me, okay? You're a straight up guy, so okay, good. My experience of dealing with people who have these extremes of emotion, there's a certain part of the manic phase they quite like, as long as it doesn't go too far.
Yeah.
Am I right to think that?
Yeah.
Kind of, because it's kind of, you feel fun.
Yeah, you get a buzz and it feels 10 times better than being in a really bad way.
Well, obviously, yeah, exactly. So there's a certain degree of, shall we call it, do you mind if I sort of, I don't mean to trivialize it, or I don't want to make it sound too, the happy state. Would that be okay if me and you called it that?
Yeah,
Oh, excuse me. You had the happy state, but you had just enough of it and to feel that kind of sense of joy, or a sense of fun,
Yeah.
that you didn't want it all to go flat. Like if you're on a drug and, they stuck you full of Valium, everything was sort of flat. You don't want a flat line, do you? Am I right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what, I'm suggesting to you what you want, but you tell me what you want when you say, yeah, that's right, Matt, or no, what I really want is this. So, okay? So we agree with the outcome here.
Sure.
Okay, cool. I would imagine if I was in your situation, what I would want would be some of that joy, that happy state, and very little of the very depressed state.
Yeah.
Okay? But with the realization that in any life there'll be slight ups and downs. You'll have a good day or a bad. Things will work out, and you're a bit up, a bit down. Normal sort of emotional processing, but not such a roller coaster, not such a seesaw.
Yeah.
When you think for a moment, Rogan, the last time you had a good example, right? Not going quite into that manic phase. You were just in that happy state. Can you think of a time like that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. You got that in your mind. Okay. Did you just sort of get a kind of a little bit of a picture of that, or a feeling in your body? You got a picture of that, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And that felt good in that picture? Okay. Nice and balanced. Okay.
Yeah.
And the intensity wasn't too high.
No, it was.
It was just the right kind of picture, the right kind of feel. What kind of feelings do you get inside your body when it's like that? Or have you thought about that?
No, I hadn't thought about that.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a trick question, because happiness is a kind of.
Yeah, it's just relaxed and everything's positive, I guess.
Okay, cool.
The time I'm thinking about is having a bit of a laugh and carry on with my daughter and stuff like that. So
fantastic.
It's just
nice and
everything's
easy.
easy going. There's nothing else going on. It's just enjoying the moment.
Okay, cool. So you're just enjoying the moment. You're having a nice time. You got a nice picture, nice feelings in your body. You just, if you notice that, just kind of like, and probably some thoughts in your mind like, hey, this is good, or life is good. Yeah?
Yeah.
That would be a kind of thought. And then, okay, let's just keep with that for a moment, because you can have that, okay? Do you notice when it goes to, you start to tip into the manic phase? Is there anything, what tells the difference is what I'm getting at. What's the difference between the happy phase and the too high phase, the manic phase?
I guess the manic phase is where you're acting more like a child, just being overly silly.
You start getting daft.
Yeah, and to the point of where I know that I'm going too far, but I can't stop myself.
Okay, because it's happened. What tells you that you're, how do you know? That's what I'm getting at.
Usually what people tell us.
People on the outside tell you, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, my biscuit from tea caught in my throat. Excuse me. So there's an external notification. Okay. What about your internal notification? Because you said you had this 6 years and you got to cope with it. What do you notice about yourself, inside yourself?
Kind of lose the control a bit where I know I'm going too far. But
You know you're going too far, but it keeps running.
Yeah.
But there's something in your head that goes, I'm going too far, but you keep going too
it's
far.
usually the after stage where I tell them that was too far.
Okay, so after stage. I want to try and get to the stage, just try and think for a moment, alright, okay? Just to do this for a moment, just to get a handle on it a little bit, so that you become very aware of it. I'm going to try and raise awareness here, okay? And then give you a new skill, alright? Close your eyes for a moment, right, okay? Just take yourself back to that happy phase, that happy picture. All right? Keep that in your mind, okay? Now I want you to know that that's a phase of mind and body that you can always have, because you've had it, you can have it again. And you deserve to have it. All right? You know that, don't you? Okay, cool. Now I want you just to imagine that you're beginning to get a little bit too hyper. Got that? Okay. What's happening when you're just beginning to get too hyper inside you? Do you get a feeling, a thought, or a picture as you remember it?
I would say, if anything, it's probably just a case of actions multiply.
You acting speedy?
Yeah.
So you see your body speeding up?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right to say that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
open your eyes again. Okay. Right, so you sort of feel energy, and it's sort of speedy energy?
Yeah.
Okay,
An
great.
extra battery charge.
An extra battery charge, and your body starts moving too fast.
Yeah.
And it kind of like being on the treadmill.
Yeah.
If I put it like a treadmill.
Yeah, just crank it up to max.
Yeah, okay, Rogan.
Yeah.
You imagine the treadmill when it just, you're on that treadmill and it's just chugging along just real nice. Okay? A happy treadmill. I don't mean to be too childish, but let's just play with it a bit.
That's fine.
A happy treadmill. That nice feeling, playing with your daughter, having fun, loving life. Okay? And then you notice that somehow the button's pushed up and it's just going a little too fast. Yeah? And the feet just can't quite keep up with it, and then it gets more and more like that. Does it make, yeah? Is that an image that you can imagine?
Yeah,
You can imagine that image. Can you imagine that if you started to notice that treadmill starting to speed up, that instead of just going with it, you press the slow button and you just gently slowed it down to put it back into the happy phase? Can you imagine doing that?
Yeah.
Can you see yourself doing that in your mind, imagining it? And you're slowing it down with what you've learned. Okay? To take it so you're always in the happy phase. You don't fall off the treadmill. Because like that treadmill, the downside is when the treadmill's going so bloody fast that eventually you drop off the end of it.
Yeah.
And there you are collapsed on the floor.
Yeah.
I mean, mate, is that right?
Really good metaphor.
Does that metaphor work for you?
Yeah,
And then you're collapsed on the floor, you're hurt, and everybody's going to say, man, you went too fast. And then that's the feedback.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do between us is have the, I'm going to call it, because I like the word, the happiness treadmill. Right? Okay? And get you control of it. So, see, the fact that you can do the happiness bit is a good thing. Okay? It's not a bad thing, you know. I'm sure it's great, you know. You seem really happy here, and you know, I know you had some concerns coming on because of the head injury and all of that. You feel more comfortable with that now?
Yeah.
Much more comfortable, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, since you feel more comfortable with that, Rogan, you can also become more comfortable with learning to do this, to control that emotion. And once you start to do that more and more, the thing will never speed up. That's what I'm suggesting. Okay. If you do this, well, you'll have a copy of this recording, so it'll remind you.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what you get. You're very good at going into your imagination because you just did it a moment ago with a kind of picture and an idea. Okay, so we're going to run some of those pictures and ideas in your mind. Okay, so that you can relax. Put your hands down here on your back, because in a moment I might pick up your hand as you saw earlier. Okay, sure. Okay, at some point. But first of all, I just want you to kind of really just kind of relax. You enjoy it when we do hypnosis?
Yeah.
You like that and feel safe and comfortable with it, and you know that you're in control of it. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You're in control of it, but you let it. It's almost like I'm an auditory treadmill. You know what I mean? If we keep that metaphor,
Yeah.
you know, you can kind of control your state, and you can feel comfortable, and you can realize you're going to get stronger, just as you would if you were on a real treadmill. Your heart, your lungs, your body gets stronger, more flexible. Doesn't get too jerky. Yeah, fine. You know what I mean? That's a whole kind of idea of that. The whole kind of pattern could be changed. It's going to be an interesting thing to do, because I think you're going to find that you become much more balanced much more quickly than perhaps you have imagined over these 6 years. I'm sure you've been given many coping strategies or developed them yourself. You developed them, coping strategies yourself, or
Well, coming here was one of them.
one of them is to come here and do this. Well, congratulate you, because that's a good decision, because that's going to give you real control. Because I quite understand that one of these things of feeling out of control is really uncomfortable. It's okay, I can see the emotion, it's alright, I understand. It's okay, it's cool. Okay? That you can feel good, and you can learn to do that, and you can relax inside it. You know? So you can let those emotions be there. That's the kind of, shall we say, the electricity in the treadmill. So it doesn't get too amped up. You said before, it's like a shot. You're in control, man. You know, you're gonna, yeah, exactly, you're gonna get control. You're gonna feel a whole lot better than you did before. Alright? You're gonna learn to do these things. So let your eyes just close. Just as simple as that. That's, and you've learned already, in fact, to be honest with you, you're more than 90% there right now. The very fact that you're proactive and you came on this course means that you are going to get control of this and get back to your normal balanced self. And you can begin to relax inside that knowledge and that understanding and those good feelings. And with those good feelings, you can begin to multiply them. You can double those good feelings inside you. The feelings that run through your body. The pleasure of the pictures in your mind. So you can have a picture in your mind of yourself on that treadmill. The beautiful thing of that, you can have a beautiful picture on that treadmill of your daughter, your family, your loved ones, smiling at you and realizing that they're very proud of you, that you're getting a handle on the things that are important for you to get a handle on. And as you notice that good feeling of inner pride, because you're dealing with something that anybody who's been through what you've been through will have a little bit of, shall we say, echo, a little bit of problems here and there, a bit of difficulty, because it's shocking to have a shock like that. But the good thing, Rogan, is that it's over, and now you're most definitely, as you relax like this, healing yourself. And I do mean healing yourself. Your brain knows how to do this, and it will continue to do it at every moment as you practice these things and learn easily to control your mind with the processes of your brain, and which will control your emotional states. So I'd like you to just imagine now, as we talked earlier, you smiled quite a lot when I said that happy state, and that you're just stepping onto that happy treadmill, a treadmill that allows you to just gently jog with the picture of your daughter in your mind and the fun just at that happy level. Just really enjoy that, and knowing that you're in control of the treadmill. Because the funny thing is, in the past, it's as though there was alien forces control. I don't mean real alien forces, but you weren't in control of the treadmill. It would speed up and up and up, and you'd fall off and collapse at the end of it. But now your brain is learning to get control so that you can be in that energized and happy state, just in the now, just enjoying each step on the treadmill with your smiling daughter, friends, family, even us here. Anything that brings comfort, that makes you feel comfortable, relaxed, and happy. And you can notice how good that feels, how comfortable it feels. It's as though that very sound that you're hearing right now is like a treadmill starting to go too fast. And now it's beginning to slow down. You can hear it slow down. And you've got it under control. Because you can see your hand move out and your body slow down and press the button that just says slow down. And instantly everything starts to slow down because you interrupt it before it gets too chaotic. And as it slows down, you feel really comfortable. In fact, Rogan, you feel twice as good as you did before, because now you're in control. You can control your states of mind. And so all that downside stuff starts to disappear. You find that when things are irritating, that's all they are. You don't get terribly angry and all out of sorts and bang walls and do those kind of things. I understand it completely that can happen. But now that you're able to step into and step on and into that picture, that happy state, you can hear yourself and my voice slow down. And you press the button on that treadmill, and sure enough, because you're in control, it slows down. And you know, in reality, when you notice those feelings of getting too high, you just take a moment to take a breath. And that picture of the treadmill comes up in your mind, and you turn the dial down. It's as simple as that. And you keep it turned down until everything settles down, until you settle down and feel really comfortable, really back in balance and restored, back to your old levels of emotional balance. And you begin to smile to yourself. You begin to realize that you have learned to be in control, that you can make yourself easily become in control. In fact, you begin to enjoy being in control of your emotional states. It's not so much a coping mechanism anymore. It's a learning mechanism. And you love the learning that it gives you because it gives you great results. And the more you do this, the more you stay in control. And you start to find that those old episodes of mania, leading then to depressive anger, or whatever you want to call it, become a thing of the past. And you step into the future in a very real way. The pictures of your future being calm and happy. In that happy state is more your natural state, because you can turn the dial down when it's getting too much. Again, turn it down. That's right. You come back into your balance level. Now in a moment, I'm going to pick up your hand, and your hand will go down as you go deeper into the certainty, deeper into your trance, and to realize that it's you and you can control it. You're capable of doing this with your mind, and you should remember that those bridges are being built in your brain while you do this. I mean it. That's for real. You're firing different neurons because you're not firing the neurons of mania or depression. You're firing the neurons of control. And you noticing when any of those get out of balance. You do this breath in. You hear my voice slow down. And the treadmill slows down. And you relax inside that slowing down. So now I'm just going to pick up your hand. That's it. Nice and relaxed. It's only going to go down as you run that treadmill and control it in the way that you want it. You're in control. Take all the pictures and ideas and thoughts in your mind, put them into that treadmill, and you can control the pace of it. You can turn it up if it's going too slow, and you can turn it down if it's going too fast, so that you remain comfortably balanced. Not only that, you have and you deserve an inner sense of pride, that you're one of those people that's taking control of their processing, so that you're becoming more and more your old self, competent and capable, because that's what you are at heart, and that's the truth of it, competent and capable. And that stuff that happened in the past is over. It will never happen again. And you can begin to realize that you're getting more and more control of your memories, your emotions, and your physical body. And here comes that sound and that speeding up. And look how it goes away. Turn it down. Turn it down. That's it. And so it goes down. peaceful and relaxed. And it really doesn't matter if anything comes further now from the outset. You know how to handle it, how to deal with it. That's right. Comfortably relaxing inside your body and mind, inside your breath, inside your emotions, inside all parts of your body and mind, from the top of the head all the way through your body, down your toes, your body moving smoothly and comfortably and slowly, just as your hand continues to go down smoothly, comfortably, and in control. And you'll know with an absolute certainty in your mind that when your hand's gone all the way down, that you've learned something very important, and that you've done something very important, and that you can be in control. You can turn things down when they get too high. You can slow your body down when it moves too fast. And you know you can do that with an inner love and pride for yourself and your family and your loved ones. And feel good about it. Because the outside information now starts to tell you, wow, you're doing so well. So in the past you had feedback about that you got too manic. Now you get feedback of smiles from your daughter. Feedback of love, feedback of kindness, feedback of being in control. And people notice that you're more confident, more relaxed, more your old self. Get that picture up in your mind of your future, comfortable and relaxed and in control. In fact, you've learned so much about these things, you know one day you could be teaching people how to deal with head injuries. It's possible, you know. You can imagine it. You can begin to get a little excited about that possibility. But at the right level of control, so that it's you, Rogan, in control. That's right. Of your own mind, body, and emotions. That's right. Feeling good, that's it. And know that you have this. And any time you need it, you can hear my voice that just says slow down. And that picture of the happiness treadmill comes in your mind with your lovely smiling daughter at the end of it, and you proudly just turning the dial down and noticing how your body slows down, your mind slows down, and your emotions stay in balance. And that feels great. Now you can remember to do this more and more. You can do this once a day, just a shortened version, every day. Or times of stress, you can do a little bit more of it. You can decide, because you're in control of that happiness treadmill. That's right. You're in control. And you're so in control that in a moment you can bring yourself back to your normal level of consciousness. Sharing anything you care to, if you care to, but not feeling you ought to or should in any way. Just your normal, happy, focused self. Gently coming back. All right, my friend?
Aye.
You feel okay? Feel a bit emotional? Feel okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Good? Said it a good Geordie way, controlling the emotions. Is there anything, you don't need to share anything, you don't need to say anything if you don't care to, that's fine. But if there's anything you want to say, that's cool too.
Oh, kind of felt a bit loopy there, actually.
A bit what?
A bit loopy.
A bit looping. Well, that's probably, I hope to think that's the hypnosis there.
Yeah.
Let's just try something. Just get that picture up in your mind of that happiness treadmill. You had that in your mind, right? Yeah, okay, get that in your mind. And hear my voice. It'll become your voice. It just goes, slow down. Make you smile?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep the smile.
Okay.
It'll take you a million miles.
Yeah.
And it'll slow you down. You'll feel good for it.
Cool.
Okay? So I'm just going to let you go back into the group and process the information. Alright? Okay?
Alright.
If,
Don't feel weird having people stare.
well, yeah, now you notice people are staring. You didn't notice it when you were in trance because you were just involved. I'm right to think that?
Yeah.
You're just involved in that?
Yeah.
In
No,
that
it's
trance?
good.
Okay, good.
Brilliant.
Good, okay. Okay, well done, my man.
Thank you very much.
Good. You're very, very welcome. Okay, Chris, if you'd do that bit for me, that'd be great. Thank you.